welcome back to my keto journey. So today I have a recipe for you, and it is a Mexican spaghetti bake, and it is my own recipe. So before we get started, I'm going to show you what we're going to be using. So what we're going to be using is some thick and chunky salsa. We're going to be using the taco season. This is turkey, taco seasoned meat. We are going to be using some green chilies. This is about 1/3 cup of green chilies. Now, if you've seen my grocery haul, you would have seen me with a can of chilies. What I do is I put the green chilies in a little baggie, and then I put it inside another freezer baggie. And then I just pop these in the freezer so that they'll be ready next time I use them. I have not quite a 1/2 cup of radishes sliced up very thin, a lime. I have maybe about 1/4 cup of black olives. There were these right here that I picked up from the Dollar Tree. They're really nice. They don't have any juice in them, and they're beautiful, and they have no carbs for that amount. And then, of course, I'm using my skinny pasta. You know, I always use this skinny pasta wherever pasta is involved. And then I reserve some of the green tops from the green onions to sprinkle on top. And then we're going to be using some 4-cheese Mexican blend. So it's cheddar, Monterey, Monterey Jack, queso blanco cheese, and another white cheese. So I'm going to put us over at the stove, and I'll get started showing you how to do it. Okay, guys, so I have coated my pan with some cooking spray, and I'm going to cut this packaging open of the turkey with the taco season. It smells really good. You can smell all of those seasonings in there. And this is just, I normally would have bought hamburger and did my own seasoning. However, this was on sale, I think for $1.99, and I just couldn't pass that up. It was too good of a deal to have everything already in it. And let me remind you of the carbage on here. It says 0 carbs, but I would probably say it's probably going to have about a carb in it at least. It says turkey seasoning, spices, sea salt, garlic powder, onion powder, cocoa powder, rosemary. I'm not sure how that's all taco seasoning, but I'm going to add a little bit of cumin to it because that is one I did not smell. So we're going to turn this on. I'm going to go rinse my hands right quick. Okay, so we're just browning this up. Letting it cook a little bit, letting my stove heat up. I apologize, I should have already done that. But to that, we are going to add, as soon as I can find my container, eat that cinnamon. Whoops, sorry. We don't want cinnamon. Oh, where's my cumin? Yep, that's cinnamon. I'm going to be redoing my spices again pretty soon. Okay, cumin. We're just going to add just a little bit of palmful of cumin in here. Because like I said, that's one spice I did not smell. So, I have a pretty good nose for Mexican smells. I love Mexican food. I love Asian food. Yes, that smells much better. So we're just going to brown this up. If it has a lot of fat on it, it's up to you. But I would go ahead and drain it, even though we eat high fat. Only because it'll make the casserole really watery if you don't. So I'm going to go ahead and see how much fat is in here once we get it cooked up. And then we're going to add the onions, and then the radishes, and the green chilies. I want to get it a little bit cooked before I add those things to the mixture. So When this gets where I want it to be, I'll come back and we'll add everything. Okay, so this looks good. I don't see a whole lot of fat in here. We're going to need a little bit just to cook our other ingredients. These will take longer to cook, so I'm going to put the radishes in. And I did not put many in there, but I just wanted to give it that nice little that radishes do. I love radishes. So we're going to put those in there and let those start to soften up. Then we're going to put our green onions in. And I definitely love green onions. I really like the flavor better than regular onions. And before I was on keto, I often preferred green onions over regular onions. I still use regular onions on occasion, but not as much as I used to. Okay, so then we're going to add in the olives. Just kind of distribute those out a little bit. You know, the smell in here is crazy. And then we're going to add in our drained green chilies. Now, the spice level is up to you. You can use spicy ones, you can use mild ones. I use medium. And that is it. We're going to let this saute for about 10 minutes. And then we'll move on to the next step. Okay, so we've been simmering away for about 10 minutes. I'm just going to take half a lime and squeeze some lime juice in there. Now you can use, you know, lime juice that comes in a bottle, but why would you want to? Fresh lime juice is the best. So I'm just squeezing that whole thing in there. Man, that was extra juicy. Rinse my hands off. Okay, and then just stir that in. Now we're making our sauce with this. So instead of spaghetti sauce, we're going to be using thick and chunky salsa. And I'm not adding as much as you might think we should, just because we have to watch the carbage on this. So that's probably about half a cup. Like I said, this is my own recipe. I'm playing. So, and it has onions and more chilies and stuff like that in it as well. I'll see what it looks like if we need to add a little more. Smells really good though, y'all. Okay. Now this might not all fit into my pan, so I'm going to add maybe just about 1/8 of a cup more. So about just a little over 1/2 a cup. Now this would be really awesome over anything. And just spaghetti itself. And if I have some left over, I will pop it in a freezer container and freeze it. Okay. So we're going to go back over to the counter and assemble everything. Okay, so I have my little pasta here, my skinny noodles. And I have let them drain really well. Rinse them with hot water and let them drain really well. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take a spoonful of our mixture here. And just kind of spread a little bit on the bottom of the pan, the casserole dish. I'm going to put about a little bit of our pasta. Might need to open 2 bags. That's okay if we do. Just going to spread a little bit around. And then we're going to add some cheese to that. Apparently my fingers won't tear open on the dotted line. Okay. And I like this big chunky cheese. That's one reason it didn't have the carbs in it, because it's not finely shredded, so it doesn't clump together, and they didn't have to add potato starch to it. Alright, so then we're going to put another layer of meat. Well, we may not have as much left over as I thought. And then our pasta. Okay. And then some more cheese. Now you want to make sure you end with meat. It's what I'm figuring on top. Because of the noodles that we're using, it's made from cognac flour. They would get really kind of tough if they get too hard. So we are going to add the rest of our meat on top. Now I think I'm going to have to share this meal with somebody, because it is like way too much to eat by myself, even for lunch tomorrow. I'm just going to try to spread this around a little bit. Scrape the rest of it out. There we go. Now, I am going to get my, maybe, if I can find it. I am going to get my Frank's hot sauce. And I am going to spread some hot sauce on here, just because I love hot, spicy food. And let that sink in. Oh, got some on the counter. I love Frank's hot sauce. It's so good. And then all I'm going to do is take the rest of this cheese and layer it on top. Now, y'all, this is definitely not a recipe that's for the faint of heart. It is not low calorie. It is very high fat. It is a keto meal. And you need to remember that. But it is also really good if you're not on keto. It's just fattening if you're not on keto. You just need to be aware of that. Now, because everything's almost done in here, we are going to put this in the oven at 350 degrees, and just until the cheese gets all nice and gooey and browned on top. Okay, guys, we are out of the oven. The cheese is nice and brown on top, so it took about 10 minutes on 350. And I probably should let this cool down a little bit longer, but you know, I'm not. I am looking for my little spatula that I have to maybe get this out of the pan with. Oh my goodness. Oh, I don't know where it went, but we'll try to get it out anyway with a fork. So I'm just going to cut some of this. Now I'm going to run some of this up to my neighbors upstairs, who happens to be on a keto diet as well. And then I'll have some of it left over for lunch tomorrow. Just going to cut down into that. Like I said, the first piece is going to be probably sloppy to get out, because, you know, it's the first piece. As always, it's always the hardest to get out. And I'll show you how I serve it. Alright, I have to have a spatula somewhere. I think I have one in my dishwasher. I do. That's clean. I wash dishes. All right, so we're just going to get in here with our spatula and lift this up carefully. Put this in our dish. Oh my gosh, all that extra cheese. It's just glorious cheese. Now how I serve this is I take some of the green onion tops and sprinkle them on top. And I take a good dollop of sour cream and put it on top. Maybe just another onion too. Make it look pretty. How good does that look? And let's give it a taste. Okay, this is really hot, y'all. So I'm going to try to give it a taste with a little bit of sour cream on there. I can see the radishes, the onions, all that gooey cheese. Oh my gosh, y'all have to try this. This is so good. Yep, really good. Now you could also put some avocado on there if you want to. I went to look for my avocado. Unfortunately, it wasn't good anymore. But this is amazing. So I hope you will give this a try. The recipe that I fixed will probably serve about, probably 6 servings in here. So, yummy. So, bon appetit. Give it a try. I will promise I will link the recipe below in the description box. And as you know, I just made this recipe up on the fly. So, but it turned out really good. So I hope you will give it a try too. Make sure that if you've not yet subscribed to this channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down there. Don't forget to tap the bell, where YouTube should notify you each and every time I upload a new video. I have several more recipes this week, so I hope you'll come back and check those out as well. All right, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you all again soon. Bye.